According to Global Times, this was an article written on April 13th, hydrogen push ignites next stage of China's energy transition. The China Hydrogen Alliance predicts that by the year of 2025, the output value of China's hydrogen energy industry will reach 1 trillion yuan, or $152.6 billion. Now, this is an article that's saying in the future, China will rely on hydrogen energy very vastly. On the contrary, America is playing catch up. Some of the leading companies are Plug, Bloom Energy, VE, and you have FCEL. In this video, we're gonna look at FCEL's technical analysis. But before we do, we're gonna examine some of these articles. Now, in their website, they explain what their company does. FCEL Energy delivers efficient, affordable, and clean solutions for the supply, recovery, and storage of energy. We design, manufacture, undertake project development, install, operate, and maintain megawatt-scale fuel cell systems serving utilities, industrial, and large municipal power users with solutions that include both utility scale and on-site power generation, carbon capture, local hydrogen production for transportation and industry, and long-duration energy storage. With assured source installations of 3 continents and millions of megawatt hours of ultra-clean power produced, we are a global leader with environmentally responsible power solutions. Now, what this company does is they promote green energy, clean energy. It's something that the Biden administration has been promoting before coming into the office. Is reducing carbon emissions and promoting green energy or clean energy. And that's what FCEL does. However, in the late 2020 to the early 2021, FCEL had a huge run-up. It went from $1 to all the way to a peak high of $29. This was an astronomical rise. And it rose at such a fast clip beyond imagination. Hence, we had the sell-off. I'm gonna go into the technical analysis, but let me tell you what Elon Musk thinks of fuel cells.
I don't want to turn this into a debate on hydrogen fuel cells because I just think that they're extremely silly. It's just very difficult to make hydrogen and store it and use it in a car. Hydrogen is an energy storage mechanism. It's not a source of energy. So you have to get that hydrogen from somewhere. If you get that hydrogen from water, so you're splitting H2O, the electrolysis is extremely inefficient as an energy process. So why would you do that? It makes no sense. It's a pernicious molecule, likes to get all over the place. You get a hydrogen leak, it's an invisible gas, you can't even tell that it's leaking. But then it's extremely flammable when it does and has an invisible flame. If you're going to pick an energy storage mechanism, hydrogen is an incredibly dumb one to pick. You should just pick methane. That's much, much easier, or propane.
Essentially, he's saying it's difficult to make hydrogen and store it and use it in a car. He goes on to say that hydrogen is not actually a source of energy, and he gives reasons on why hydrogen is too low in density and also flammable. Now, these are contrasts and big issues that FCEL is combating every day. However, the need and desire for using hydrogen energy has not been mitigated. In fact, it has gotten bigger since the Biden administration. A president of the United States usually lasts for 4 years, if not 8 if he gets reelected. That means we have potentially 4 more years of clean energy promotions or hydrogen energy related stocks to continue to rise. Now, the interesting part, if you look carefully, if you go on fintel.com, you'll see the institutional ownership of FCEL, and you'll see that there's a lot of big institutions holding huge amount of shares. From BlackRock holding 23 million shares, to Vanguard holding 21 million shares, to the iShares Russell 2000 ETF, and beyond. The interesting part is that the average share price of these institutional buys was near the $12 range, from $12.79 and above. Today, FCEL is at a price of $9. Now we're gonna look at the technical analysis and see why it went up so fast, why did the institutions buy at such a high price, and why is it going down now? And should we consider buying FCEL? So let's go to the charts, and we're gonna see that, like I was talking about it, despite what Elon Musk said regarding FCEL at 2016, it is now 2021, and we have a new president and a new day and age. Now, FCEL enters a golden cross around November 10th of 2020 at around price of $2 range, and it would rise. It would go on a 6-month spree from November all the way to January, mid-January to February, fuel cell would go from $2 all the way to $30. That's a huge gain in percentage. And as normal investors, normal people of the world, if a stock goes up 1,000%, 2,000%, well, you take profits. And that's what many of these investors did. They took advantage of the demand or hype behind clean energy, and they sold. They sold in huge amount of increments. However, when fuel cell was running up and it hit the range of $12 region around January 8, 2021, on these huge dips, this is when the huge institutions came in like Vanguard and BlackRock, and they decided to make huge purchases. Now, this huge purchase would eventually lead or give catalyst to make fuel cell rise to $30. Now, these institutions, unlike common shareholders, they have not sold their shares. They have not panic sold, they have not wavered, and they are still continuing to see the exponential growth of hydrogen energy. For that reason, in this video, we are saying that fuel cell is a potential buy right now. We're gonna give short-term price targets, we're gonna explain where it can go, and if the demand of fuel cell or hydrogen energy continues, despite what Elon Musk says, the price target in 5 years, it can potentially be astronomical. Once it runs up to $30 around February 10th, huge sell-offs begin. You don't really know when to sell until it hits a death cross. On the 6-month chart, you'll notice it hits a death cross around February 24, 2021 at priced around $20. So from $20, it was telling you to get out of fuel cell. Now, if you got out, many people are still wondering when to come back in. Now, you realize when to come in when there's an entry to the Golden Cross. And the Golden Cross is re-entered for fuel cell on June 2, 2021. Similar to Nano Dimensions, similar to many other stocks that have run up already, fuel cell also went into the Golden Cross and had a huge run up. From June 2nd to June 8th, fuel cell would rise from a price range of around $9-10 all the way to $12.50. This was an astronomical rise. It was a sudden rise in the short term because people were looking at the technical analysis and thinking, hey, since we entered the Golden Cross, it's time to buy. Many people also panic bought at the same time. Now, it did reach to the price where the institutions were holding, and they still did not sell. That means they still have high conviction. Now, from June 8th, it was overbought, extremely overbought because of the entry to Golden Cross. So now it is going back down and is retesting the strength of the Golden Cross. In order to retest the power of the Golden Cross, it has to bounce off the 200-day moving average, which is indicated in orange. The gray is the 50-day MA. Now, it is below the 50-day MA, which is a decent entry point. However, when it touches or goes below the 200-day MA, it proves to be another greater opportunity to purchase fuel cell. Today, on June 17, 2021, fuel cell hit around $8.86 to $9. This was a perfect time and ideal price range to purchase fuel cell. Again, because institutions are purchasing and holding stock of this company at around $12.79 and above, getting in at the $9 range proves to be a safe bet. However, we still have more technical indications that potential bigger sudden drops may occur. Right now, we have a inverse head and shoulder forming. You'll see the left shoulder was formed on April 21, 2021, and fuel cell hit a price of $7.98 and it bounced right up. Again, it hit the head. It made the head of the inverse head and shoulder at a price range of $6.36 on 11th of May 2021. Since then, it has reversed and gone all the way up, and now on June 17th, 2021, it is trying to form the right side of the shoulder, which is the third time to enter. It's giving you 3 chances to enter and confirm a reversal. If, however, fuel cell does not reverse and does not bounce off this potential right shoulder, the minimum price range is $8. If it does go below $8, it will continue to go down, because that means it enters from the Golden Cross, it enters the death cross, and it was not able to sustain the inverse head and shoulder, and therefore it is saying this company will plummet. Now, again, if you see the big picture, if you believe in hydrogen energy progressing, especially if you see how China is improving the efficacy of hydrogen-related storage, hydrogen-related cars, and the future of what they're predicting, perhaps America also has a say in tapping this billion-dollar industry. Perhaps America and the government will invest more heavily into hydrogen or clean energy solutions. Biden is still the president. He has just entered his first term. It is only the first year of Biden's presidency. And there is very, very much more to do regarding clean energy. Now, because of such reasons, we believe that right now, FCEL, fuel cell, is a buy at the moment. Anything below $9 is a premier buy. If you're buying near the 200-day moving average, it is a potential buy. You can put stop losses around $8 region. If it crashes below $8, if it crashes around $7.50 or $7.80, I would get out. However, if you have a buy price of around $8, that's another risky buy price, but safe. Because why? You can go long term. Now, it is not clear or evident that fuel cell may go up or down in the short term. And that is why you put stop losses. If you are scared, you put a stop losses and get out. However, if you believe in the big picture, you continue to accumulate. This is not financial advice. So right now, it's below the 200-day moving average in the 6-month chart, and it's around $9, $9.10. It bounces off at $9.06 and goes back down to $8.90. That's what it's been doing today. Again, if this continues, and if more buying pressure continues to accumulate, this will prove to be the right shoulder of the inverse head and shoulder. Therefore, it would solidify or confirm a reversal. It will also confirm the bullish power of the Golden Cross. And this would tell you that, hey, fuel cell is going to run, and it may run beyond our imagination. Just take a minute and pause. Think about it. I know I'm saying a lot of if, and investing with if is a little scary, but sometimes in life you have to take huge risk to have huge reward. Now, fuel cell, just like any other company, has potential to go blow up to the moon, because we saw how fast from November to January and February, within 5 to 6 months, how much it rose from $2 to $30. It gives us a solid idea of how fast fuel cell or FCEL can go. Right now, it's at $9. If you multiply $9 and put 1,000%, you're seeing $9 to $90 range. It has potential to go to $90 within the year or end of next year. Now, this is an extreme price target. If you are long on hydrogen energy, let's say you truly believe it with no hesitation, no doubt, that means that you collect these shares and you go long for 2 years. Now, that's up to you. We are being realistic and we're seeing some of these charts. We are trying to test the power of this Golden Cross. And if it is deemed true, and if the government, United States government, continues to pour in heavy money into the clean energy department or the hydrogen energy department, fuel cell, FCEL may rise as well. In fact, let's look at this pitchfork. In fact, in the pitchfork, we'll see some short-term price targets. So in the short term, it can go right up to $10.35. Retest it, make a couple of days, it may go back down to $9.70 region and go retest and go back up. Eventually, it will touch the $11.45 and then try to touch $12.64. This will confirm another cup and will make another cup and handle. Eventually, it will try to retest the previous highs if it has this momentum to the $30 range. It may take some time or it may not. Again, fuel cell has power to run very quick, very rampantly. It has a relatively low float. The short interest rate is not too high, is not too low. People are shorting this stock, but they are scared to short it because why? The institutions are holding it down. Anyways, with that being said, I hope I was able to help. I know it is a little confusing. I'm trying to do my best to explain. We are continuously adding to fuel cell. We like this stock. We see the long-term benefits. We think that the benefits outweigh the cons, as mentioned by Elon Musk. It's not saying that he is not correct, but we are betting that, hey, fuel cell or FCEL, the hydrogen energy, the clean energy department, because of what's going around in the world, because of the global demand, America will potentially become another factor, another spender in the clean energy department. And therefore, fuel cell has a huge leg up, a huge room to grow and benefit. Make sure you hit the red subscribe button to get more content. Until next time, guys.